Well, you guys didn't think I wasn't going to give a series prediction, did you? I mean, it's a weird time. 1 o'clock, so I don't know how many will you get to see this, but just so it's on the record. I don't want everybody thinking it's, Tobin's not going to give an official on the record prediction for Heat and Celtics like some coward. But I got to tell you, Boston, I feel like you guys should be a little insulted because everybody has acted like this team is God's gift to basketball. Oh, the Celtics, we're all so scared of this team. I don't know if you guys saw the new metrics that came out for this series, but they have the Boston Celtics to have a 98% chance to win this series. And I got to tell you, I was a little shocked. That means they give the Miami Heat just a 2% chance to win this first round series against the Boston Celtics. And quite frankly, you would think that after all of this time and after all these improvements and all these wins, that Boston would go up more than just a mere percent. No Jimmy Butler for the Miami Heat. My word, how could they hang? And yet they only think you guys have a 1% better chance to win than last year? Listen, never believed in that metrics anyway, but you might want to take something up with them, man. I don't know who's got to go to it. Maybe Jason Tatum can take it up with somebody. He can actually text somebody that's with us, and see if he can find the right tools to take this up with somebody who matters. As long as, he can get past Haywood Highsmith first. Because, little does this team or does anybody want to tell you that the Miami Heat may have the best in the biz when it comes to slowing down Jason Tatum that's out there. Jaylen Brown, I mean, honestly, when he's not stopping himself based on the fact that he goes out there with just one functioning hand, then he's also got to deal with the fact that he's got to go out there with a man who's living rent-free in his head, and that's the Dunkyard Dog, who, by the way, did go onto your court last year and put up the Hulk Hogan ears to hear those O'Keefes and O'Malley's. Just so sad going home. And, I see a lot of Celtics fans out there very much. I imagine they're all just toddlers, these people who hide behind Jason Tatum Muse or, Kristaps Porzingis the GOAT. I imagine that these are all people that, still reside in a parent's basement, or maybe haven't even graduated high school yet and are still going through their braces stage. I don't really know. But what I do find funny is everybody, they're acting like they have some kind of bloodthirsty revenge against the Miami Heat, that the Miami Heat has wronged them in some way. And really what the facts are is you have half the media members who come out here and slobber all over that leprechaun logo, and you act like you've deserved something all these years. It has been like that really going back since Dwayne Wade has entered the league. But if we're going to just talk recent history, you just go back to when Jimmy Butler arrived and Bam Adebayo became a starter and Tyler Hero entered the league. I go back to that first series, and I recall when you guys said that Bam Adebayo and what was dude's name? Daniel Tice. That's right. I remember the anonymous scouts out there were like, "It's a wash. It's a wash." And then you just watch Bam Adebayo just destroy you with the greatest postseason block you've ever seen, crushing your souls in the back half of that series to eliminate you and send you off to another tailspin of patheticness. But I really do find it interesting that we come into this series and there is no Jimmy Butler, and that's true. And that's a heartbreaking thing because, I mean, honestly, it would have just made this thing a lot easier and quicker if he was there. But now that he's not there, you get to see some young bucks go out there and take on the challenge, that is Jaylen Brown with his lack of a left hand. But as Duncan Robinson has told all of you, Jaylen, you're not like that, dude. You're not. You can sit here and you can say, hey, richest contract ever. I've made all these improvements, and you're getting flustered by Duncan Robinson so much so that you gotta put a face plant to him on the court because you just can't shake it when anybody is anywhere near you. So that's weird. Drew Holiday, I'm sure as soon as he sees those Miami Heat jerseys, is going to have a cold shiver go down his spine. realizing he almost walked away from the sport by the last time he took on this team in a postseason series. But I'm sure he's going to turn things around for you, And you know, of course, we got to talk about the X factor that is Porzingis, that giant windsock, who I'm sure is going to be so physical and deter everybody from entering the paint against the Boston Celtics. Ooh, shaking. In all honesty, why should this Miami Heat team be scared of anything that this Hawks team? Oh, did I call Hawks? Oh, I'm sorry. You guys basically are the 60-win Hawks with better PR. That team also had Al Horford, by the way. The early celebrator. Sit there with the timeout. Ooh. And why should they fear? You think about it. Going back, I recall in the Eastern Conference Finals, 37 points. Tyler Hero, before he could legally drink, just absolutely cooking you guys. You guys remember these things? Jason, Jalen, the Jays. Well, interestingly enough, the Miami Heat have another young, talented 20-year-old in this series. Can't legally drink, except your tears. So when Nico goes out there and you guys all get to realize what the Serbian Terminator is capable of, or Jaime Jaquez, who is just busted through the rookie wall and has absolutely shown to be in the right place at the right time. No moment too big. He has stepped up already in these big-time moments for the Miami Heat. Time in, time out. National TV games, elimination games. Jaime Jaquez knows what time it is. And quite frankly, if you really were to truly look up and down the roster, not only do the Miami Heat have maybe the best defender in the league on Jason Tatum with Haywood Highsmith, but also, if you really think about it, probably have the best reserve player in the entire series in Kevin Love. So, as I said, when the Miami Heat punched their ticket to this series, Boston, the burden is not on Miami. They're going to be playing free and easy, willy-nilly. Just ask Tyler Hero.
I love, this position. Honestly, a lot of people didn't think we were going to win tonight, and that's part of it. I feel like we're better when our backs are against the wall anyway. So we're going to, go to Boston tomorrow and come up with a game plan with the coaching staff to stop one of the better teams pretty much ever, really, on paper.
So I reiterate to you, O'Keefe's, O'Malley's, O'Sullivan's, O'Doyle's, O'Boyle's. Oh, no. It's Heat in 6. It's Heat in 6. We'll take this home court advantage. Lickety split in these 1-2. And they already know the drill from there. That's been the formula. And, man, I can't wait for, I don't know which 2 days it's going to be, but I cannot wait for them to sit on it for 2 days, urinating down their legs, thinking about what the Miami Heat are about to do to them. Colossal embarrassment. Hey, it's 98%. You got a little bump from last year. Guess what everybody's telling you here is don't lose. It'd be really embarrassing to lose to the 8 seed, but not only the 8 seed, but the 8 seed this year without Jimmy Butler. Although now that I think back to last series, oh yeah, it was Caleb Martin who was the best player in that series too, wasn't it? Yeah, Jimmy got the little rub on the vote, but you know who to really fear. Don't lose. Don't lose. But you will in 6.